Braised porcus. And let's get this little background thingy out of the way. There we go. So we're all a bit confused as to when last we left off. We've got one of us who hasn't been here for 2 months. The rest of us haven't been here for 1, and I spent several long minutes today plotting this out and then realized I was actually talking about another campaign. One of the things, now that everybody is here, I'm going, and by the way, can you hear me? Because, like, nobody's talking.
Yep.
I can hear you. I don't want to interrupt.
I hear you, but you were introducing. We didn't want to interrupt.
Okay. Normally everybody's talking over me. Yeah, and I'm apparently having I'm looking at the Twitch screen on my end, and I am seeing nothing but a black screen, so if you guys are actually seeing the video, that's awesome. I am seeing, it says live, and the screen is completely black. Excellent. Yeah, I'm not getting that at all. So, one of the things I was going to do... Hey, there it is, finally. I'm going to give you guys each 450 XP. I think in the last 2 sessions you've at least earned that. That gives you level 2 and a bit towards level 3. I didn't want to level anybody up because I know you guys are going to want to choose your stuff, so I thought I would let you guys do that.
Yay, level!
Yay!
Now, I missed a session, so unfortunately I'm even more behind than most in terms of what it is that we're doing here. I'm sorry to say.
Let's see, is this...
I am playing Seitan, the gnome illusionist. He's a forest gnome ranger that knows how to do a minor illusion, and that's sort of his thing. So I do know that much. I've got a longbow and a hand axe, and I'm along for the ride here on the quest here tonight.
Yeah, you were probably making dinner.
Actually, you had stayed up at the top. Yes, that we had discussed this, and everyone has decided to share the XP with you, so you do all have, including you, Jerry, 450 XP. So I will let you guys get leveled up. And yes, we are deep, deep within the Sunless Citadel, and we are looking for Talgin and Sharwin, among other things. And or the signet rings they were wearing when they disappeared, and if we should find them, well, if you guys should find them, I'm the DM, I know where they are, I'm just not going to tell you. Because what would be the fun in that, right?
So we're all level 2?
You are all level 2 with 150 towards level 3, which I believe is at 900. Also, forgive the nasally voice. I've been fighting this, I don't know whether it's allergies or cold, but I feel so weird talking nasally like that all the time.
You gave us each 450?
Yes.
XP?
Yes.
Okay.
Should all have 450?
Yep.
Okay. And level 3 is 600?
Oh, level 3 is 900.
900. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. I don't know what I was thinking.
Oh, I just thought of that something. Let me unshare this real quick. Shoot, I can't unshare it. Well, I need to put a grid. Oh, it's already pre-masked. Yay, and already pre-gridded. Okay.
I'm going to use archery for my fighting style. That gives me a +2 bonus to attack rolls with ranged weapon.
And Bella the Tabaxi is joining the Circle of the Moon. So she has fancy shape change and power.
Ooh, that sounds good for a Tabaxi.
The cat can shapeshift into a cat.
Into another cat.
Yes.
A tiger.
Also, I am trusting you guys not to be watching Twitch anymore because I do have a DM map here that I would like to show, but I don't want you guys to see it.
No, it's just pause.
That's good. Oops.
No, I just had the chat channel popped out.
So, I am not going to say too much, but I'm just going to let anyone watching in Twitch chat, obviously the players have to get over this big trap here if they want to get to the next room.
Okay. So, do we want to do introductions, or are we starting, or what do you want to do?
Introductions would probably be good, especially since my intro video has somehow decided to become an MPG instead of an MP4 and will not play an XSplit. So, you didn't get the cute little intro video showing you who everybody was. So yes, intros would be awesome. And enough said about the limp. Well, how can you say too much about the limp quipper? I'll let you guys decide how much to say about that. I am even master. Yeah, I am even master of the dungeon note. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, we need to use that forever.
I
You're not
know.
a dungeon master, you are the even master.
Even master the dungeon note. I am even note the dungeon master. Okay.
Hello. I already introduced myself. Who else is here?
I am Finnegan O'Shaunessy. I'm playing a human rogue. You can call me Finn.
And I'm Dorian Elliot, the great barbarian from the Great White North, eh?
Also, since they didn't tell you, I don't remember if Jerry did it. Seitan is played by Jerry. Finnegan is played by Comic Relief. Dorian is played by Tholgrin.
And I'm BonnieBew, and I'm playing Bella, Mousepouch, Fullbelly, the Tabaxi druid person.
If you're a Tabaxi, are you actually a person?
Well, it's a druid, it's a cat person.
Oh, that's
I'm
true.
not-
She's a person.
A person. That's
I like
right.
to think I'm a first. Yeah, I'm a person.
We'll
I was
go
thinking
with that.
Catson, but that's okay.
And I'm guessing LrdSlvrhnd is probably typing an intro for
And then somebody introduce Kirke.
Kirke.
Dorian, since you like to.
Kirke is actually typing right now. Well, I'm trying to come up with an explanation for why Seitan left the campfire and headed down and found you guys. I'm thinking a couple of security trolls came along, said, it's okay, we'll take it from here. And he tried to cook them dinner, and they tasted his dinner, and he looked at their faces after they tasted it and thought he best beat it out of there and go find his friends. LrdSlvrhnd is playing Kirke. He's got really slow fantasy ground, so he's still trying to add a spell, and he is a half-elf sorc with green dragon heritage.
I am trying to decide what spell to add. I'm seriously considering Goodberry because of our chef.
Oh, all you need is prestidigitation.
We might need a backup food source.
I think Kirke has
Ooh, feel the burn.
Literally.
According to a conversation that we had offline, Kirke has already offered Presto to flavor Seitan's cooking.
Oh, okay.
Yes, feel the burn is what Seitan's food says.
Alright, so as we're getting started here, I would like to search the room for a potential other way around that trap.
That is a capital idea.
I'm trying to remember, did I rage in this room or was it the previous room?
I don't remember.
I don't remember either. So we're going to say it's burnt off.
Okay, I would like a perception check. from Finnegan.
In or out?
In or out?
Of the
Oh,
tower.
out of the tower. I'm not going to worry about the tower. You kind of feel like there's a weird draft coming from somewhere, but you can't figure out where. Not with a 12, anyway.
Okay. I would point out that I have a passive perception of 15 just because.
Oh, now that I know that, and I forget about these things. Yes, suddenly a secret door opens up. Let me see if I can remember how to do the masking. That's not it. That's not it. Dum dum dum.
Dum dum dum.
Dum 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 dum.
An archway opens up, and you see a room. Dust coats the contents of this tiny chamber, obscuring runes inscribed on the southern wall.
Do we have any magic type people who might want to take a look at the runes?
Sure.
Well,
Dorian will walk in, having no magic inclination whatsoever, and poke a rune.
Poke the room.
A rune.
Okay.
well, I
Did not
mean,
hear correctly.
your magic's
Now,
not
wait.
really going to help you because the runes are covered in dust.
Oh, wait. Since he's from the Great White North, I can't tell if he actually meant rune or room. I'm gonna
I
poke a
cast
rune, eh?
magic missile. Yeah, I cast magic missile at the darkness. No. And I didn't say Great White North. He's from the North. The Great North. I can't use Great White North because that's copyrighted, eh?
I don't know about that.
Well, I can make a perception check as well.
Well, the perception
That's all right,
isn't
I'll
going
do
to
that.
really help you either.
Okay.
Ah, cool. I just needed to see if one of you spoke something and one of you does. I mean, no matter how good your perception is, you can't see through all that dust. There's a
And I
really
take my
simple...
handy dandy limp quiver and start horizontally and start sweeping some of the dust off.
That would certainly work. And Dorian, since I see, the gentle breeze from prestidigitation also helps blow the dust away. And Dorian, I know you speak Draconic. I'm not sure if Kirke or Bella does. Finnegan and Seitan don't. But since Dorian speaks Draconic, he can see a dragon priest, entombed alive for transgressions of the law, still retains the honor of his position.
Wait, entombed alive?
Yes,
That's kind of morbid.
indeed.
So, is that just all that's in here? It's just the runes with the little message? And
That's all you pick up on just looking around the room normally. However, Dorian, would you like to give me a perception check? Or Finnegan, would you like to come in here and use your passive perception?
Sure.
is this perception or investigation?
I'm thinking perception.
Okay. Let's see what we got here. Nothing.
Well, that's not bad.
Well, you don't really need it. Because Dorian has just uncovered... I'm sorry, Finnegan. I'm going to call you guys by the wrong names. Finnegan has just uncovered a trapdoor leading to a secret passage.
Well, that's convenient.
It is. I probably didn't need to unmask the whole thing. I could have left a little bit of mystery, but you're going to see it in another. So, yes, this passage will take you into the next room without having to go through the trap.
Looks like a way around here this way, guys.
Is the cat playing with a rock again?
No, I was contemplating climbing down because I had the ability
Oh wait,
to
no,
climb.
that's Seitan up there. Okay, I know I got the token.
Oh.
I
How
somehow
can you confuse my token for anyone else?
I'm realizing that just cat
Yeah.
kind of hard to. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure what Seitan's still sitting up there. I don't know whether he's like eating some of his own cooking maybe or what's going on there.
I don't know, but it looks like he's also muted. He was having issues with Discord.
Yeah, sorry, I'm having to deal with a thing quick. Just move me.
Okay. So you are all now in the secret passage. And it's just a passage with nothing in it. I will give you that while you're all just like sitting here. Okay, we are now in the tomb of the failed dragon priest. Violet marble tiles cover the floor and walls, though all are cracked or broken, revealing rough-hewn stone beneath. Sconces are attached to the walls at each corner. One holds a torch that burns with greenish fire. A marble sarcophagus, easily 9 feet long, lies in the room's center. The coffin is carved with dragon imagery, and the head of the sarcophagus resembles a dragon's head. Rusting iron clasps firmly lock down the lid.
Well, I'll take a look at the tomb there and the locks and whatnot.
I guess we'll let Finn try and do the locks his way before we go all smashy.
Well, unless you're a big green barbarian, you know.
Yeah, who? Where Bella is. No.
I was about to say, we do have a green half-elf.
What about where I am?
Oh, this room, excuse me, I'm got sore allergy throat here. Basically this room kind of dead ends here. The only ways out are across the trap or back through that passageway you just came through.
Dorian will hold his hand up to the green, near the green flame to see if it's exuding heat or if it's just cold.
I mean, it's not cold, but it's not really, it's like a, what did I say that was? It is a continual flame spell, so yeah, it's warm.
It's warmish, okay.
Alright, so I'm looking at these locks and rusted iron things. What do I see? Anything?
You see locks and rusted iron things.
Okay. I try a couple, see if they're actually secure or if they're open, rusted open, or what.
If you would like to try them, I would like a strength check. You tug and tug and tug on the latches, but they barely budge.
Okay.
Can the
Well, do we want to try to break into this, or is it entomb somebody or another? Do we see anything that might say what's going on? Do we want to open it up? What do we want to do?
Welcome back. You are in the tomb, the tomb of the entombed dragon priest. The tomb of the failed dragon priest. You have a sarcophagus here. It is held on by 6 rusted latches. Unfortunately for Finnegan, he tried and tried and tried to open one of them, but failed. However, anyone else who wants to make a strength check?
Well, I wasn't actually trying to open them per se. I was just seeing if over the years time had rusted them open, or if I might need to try to pick the lock or what. So yeah, I tried with strength, but good
Are
budget.
we trying to pick the lock of this guy? This guy's tomb?
Not
Yeah,
yet.
they're rusted shut. They're pretty much unpickable. It basically would take brute strength to open them. Dorian manages
While they're
to get.
talking, Dorian just kind of cracks his knuckles and ping, or attempts to.
Dorian grabs one of the latches, gives it a good wrench, and manages to break it apart. However, there are 5 more.
Yes, and before we start, breaking open the other 5, the question is do we really want to?
Well, the runes on the wall said he was buried alive, but who knows how long ago that was. I'm sure he's dead. I mean, surely he's not still alive, right?
Well, dead things are dead, but when dead things aren't dead, it's kind of bad.
It's Schrodinger's dragon priest.
And don't call me Shirley.
I mean, we don't have to disturb this guy's rest.
Ping! There goes
2 down.
I mean, you don't have to, but
We are looking for children, and there was other ways of going.
But the good loot is always in the behind the locks.
I mean, this is a really expensive looking sarcophagus.
And think about it. You could totally, if we bust all these locks off, then we could take that dragon head there and like take it home and hang it on the wall, eh?
That's true. Dorian rests off another latch. 2
Walks around to
down.
the other side.
2 down,
So,
4 to
well-
go. There's
So
3
while
on
we're
each
still
side.
talking, so while we're still talking, he's opened up half of them, and we're still talking whether we really should or not.
Pretty much,
Barbarians,
yeah.
eh?
I mean, nobody's actively trying to stop you, Dorian. So
How do I send a message just to the DM?
I think
/ whisper GM.
Yeah, / whisper GM, not DM, because generic, and then whatever you want to do.
Bella's kind of indifferent as to how this goes, so because she knows she could just change it to a bear and help, but she's not going to do that. Instead, she's just going to groom herself. So sit on the floor, see how it plays out.
Kirke wants to know if there's any funny arcane-looking runes or such on the sarcophagus.
Not really. I mean, I just can't resist throwing this in there. It's not part of the module. I'm guessing if you were able to lift it up, which would take greater strength than you all have, on the bottom it would probably say open other end, but other than that, no. I just felt like throwing that in there. Hey, Toxic Coma.
How very Eric the Unready of you.
Yes, Eric the Unready has taught me save your game, save early, save often. And yes, this will be going the 3rd Sunday of every month until we finish.
Until we die, eh?
Or yeah, until I kill them all off.
Till we learn our lesson.
So, Seitan, did you want me to go ahead and describe what you're going to do, or do you just want to do it?
Well, I just told you what I was going to do, yeah.
So, I mean, are you going to do it, or do you want me to tell everybody what you're going to do?
Well, that's why.
So I could tell everybody what you're going to do? I'm a little dense tonight. Suddenly, there appears to be a clawed hand coming out of the sarcophagus.
What coming out of the sarcophagus?
A clawed hand.
A claw.
A clawed hand. A hand with claws.
That's different.
It is.
Belly gets up. Stops grooming.
Better question.
How is it coming out of the sarcophagus?
Yeah, there's no openings for a clawed hand out there, eh?
It seems to be coming right up through the lid.
Do we get a saving throw to disbelieve this suddenly appearing clawed hand out of?
Yeah, I'm afraid
objects?
I kind of ruined that because I was.
Stone.
Let's see, what would be a good skill? Yeah, I'm sorry, I kind of.
If it's illusion, it's usually an intelligence check.
Intelligence or wisdom saving throw, usually.
Okay. Int or wisdom saving throw, anyone who wants to.
Well, let's see. Do I want 0 or -1? 2. Oh, it didn't go in the chat. Haha, that means it didn't happen.
Damn!
Well, that's our rolls shot for the night.
Boom.
Well, sorry, Seitan, nobody fell for it, and that is my bad because I wasn't sure where you were going with that, so I kind of tipped them off, and I didn't mean to do that.
I'm gonna go with the narrative that Dorian didn't even notice the clawed hand. Not that he saw through the illusion. He was just like, whatever, lock. Boom.
I'm good. Yeah, Dorian wouldn't really care anyway, being Dorian.
Oh no.
Dorian pulls at another latch, and all he gets for his trouble is splinters and rust under his nails.
Ow.
So we never really have agreed one way or the other. Are we gonna just let him break this open, or are we just gonna try to stop him and leave, or what?
Okay, that's up to you guys.
Why not?
For once, I am not going to metagame you. Although I will tell you, I will be a little bit disappointed if you don't open it. But you know, it's not necessary. It's a huge dungeon. You can certainly skip parts here and there.
Well,
I
nobody's
say
stopping
let
you,
him do
Dorian,
it.
so go ahead, keep going.
I like to visualize that everyone else is on the other side of the room, standing around watching this occur and going, like, are we gonna? So should we tell them that might be trapped or something? And just everyone's kind of like, no, I want to see how this plays out.
Yeah, that's
So-
how I was
I think
perceiving.
that's exactly how it's going.
Dorian pulls on another latch, and he struggles with this one a little bit, but it does come off and come apart. You have only 2 left.
All right, roll shoulders, flex, Rory.
Oh,
Last chance, we're gonna let him do it, or what?
the penultimate latch is off. Just 1 more to go.
You're met with silence there, Dorian.
Okay.
Go for it.
Dorian gives a mighty heave on the last latch, but he totally didn't have a grip on it, and he goes flying backwards and hits his head on the wall.
Ow.
Well, at least it wasn't a 1.
Bella's
Then
still
he might-
giggles.
If it had been
he
a 1,
he
I
have
might
fallen
make...
into the trap, yeah.
If he had rolled a 1, I might have made him roll for damage for hitting the wall.
All right. This is personal, Locke. You and me. Ugh.
This time, he gets a little bit better grip on it, but still not quite good enough. He gives a tug and his fingers just fly up again, but this time he doesn't crash into the wall. He manages to remain standing.
It's okay, Dorian. It happens to all barbarians eventually.
Yeah, you know, I keep getting told that, that happens. It's perfectly natural.
Dorian eyes up the lock, the latch, wraps his fingers around it, tugs, and tugs, and tugs, and tugs, and then just beep, and the latch crumbles into dust. The
Okay,
latch
for
is...
the record, the half-elf opened it, eh?
So, oh, well, Kirke, if you actually meant that, do you want to try to slide aside the very heavy lid? Because I think you just did.
Oh, he's gonna let Dorian go and push it aside. Okay, here we go. Oh, that's not gonna do it. Gotta square myself up here.
Let me make sure I'm way far away so that the lid's not going to fall on me accidentally.
Dorian pushes on the lid, slips, and hits his chin. And that definitely left a mark. On his chin, not on the lid.
Okay.
Bella feels sorry for him. It's been funny watching him up till now, but she's going to assist.
This is like Mr. Furious trying to, beat up the car. Just kind of awkward and sad.
So you do see... I'm trying to... There's actually... yeah, you don't need to know that. Okay, never mind.
So I think if somebody's assisting, he gets advantage?
Yeah.
Actually, if someone is assisting, you would need any combination of characters whose combined strength is 30 or higher, which I probably shouldn't tell you, but like if a couple of you want to get together and push, and
I can change into a bear, to a brown bear. I think that gives me like a high strength.
You might want to hold on to that though, in case we're actually.
Yeah.
I don't think it has uses.
Yeah, they do. You haven't, I believe it's 2 when you first start.
Oh.
Yeah, pretty much everything in 5th edition has uses, even the stuff that never used to.
Okay, I'm double checking.
And knowing you can turn into a bear, don't put it past me to throw an encounter in here at some point that makes you need that.
Wild shape is
I got it. You guys go ahead.
I mean, you could just give the lid another push too.
Yeah,
Just
I'll just give it another push. See how much more I can embarrass myself right now.
I can go ahead and help. I only need a short rest to refill.
Dorian pushes on the lid again. And if anything, the lid seems firmer in place than it was before.
Oh, Kirk's helping too.
Okay,
Yeah, so we got
12
3 people pushing, apparently.
plus 10. Okay, with the 3 of you, yes, you push, and the lid slides to the side. As it does, there's a flash of green light, and you hear a voice, a disembodied voice, that seems to come from the walls. Inside, a dragon priest lies imprisoned, kept alive by virtue of a sequester spell that is dispelled with a flash of green light when the sarcophagus is... Oh, I didn't need to read that part. So, says the dragon priest is alive, so you guys are sitting here, and you've got this open sarcophagus.
What's going on there, eh?
I mean,
is there
are
a
you...
dude inside?
You could look.
Oh, sure. Like, is there? Do we see a dead dude now? We have it open. And...
Okay, are you actually looking inside?
Yeah.
In the
We're
coffin.
not just gonna open it and not.
In the coffin is a troll. It's dressed in rotted finery, but its jewelry and rings adorned with tiny silver dragons still sparkle. The creature's body is shrunken and elongated, and its flesh is a rubbery, putrid green. Green is not putrid, dude. Its black hair is long, thick, and ropey, and its beady black eyes flash open, and it snarls. Apparently, the dragon priest delved into magic that the dragon cult deemed profane and permanently transformed himself from an elf into a troll. For this crime, he has been entombed alive. Though the honor of his station, as per that little thing you found earlier, does still remain. So, I mean, he's a troll now. He's lost his mind.
He's been locked away for a long time and probably gonna try and eat us now.
And I'm trying to remember how to make him visible.
Yeah, you kind of said hello, so I'm kind of waiting to see if he actually reacts, because I'm assuming we're going to be rolling initiative, but you never know.
Oh, apparently my grid did not carry over, so hang on just a sec.
And I'm back.
Welcome back. I didn't even realize you were gone. Oh, says the grid is on. Why is he just really big? Also, why is he over here?
Oh, Kirke is trying to talk to him and
Yeah, and something, yeah.
I will let Kirke decide if he's going to tell you what he just said. Well, apparently this guy's icon is just really big because it says my grid is on, but...
Well, trolls are large. Yeah, that's about right for a troll.
And roll initiative.
And the cool thing about Fantasy Grounds is the people who speak Draconic already get to see what he wrote.
Okay, why does it say round 2? You're all healthy? You should all...
I don't know, did you not clear it from last time, maybe?
Honestly, I don't know how. Dorian, you are up.
I'm assuming the troll at this point has not responded other than snarling when we said hello when Kirke said something in Draconic?
Pretty much, yeah.
Kirke is attempting to be diplomatic, but, you know, I don't know if you want to try a persuasion skill for him, or if you're just going right into combat, up to you, of course.
He's been intoned for a very long time. He probably doesn't understand a whole heck of a lot of anything, and even if he does, he doesn't care anymore. He's just like, out of sarcophagus must kill things.
Kind of figured. Alright,
Yep.
So, if Dorian's up, you said... Yeah, Dorian's up. Okay. He's gonna sit here and fly into a nerd rage over whether Peter Parker should have gotten with Gwen Stacy or Mary Jane Watson, and fly into a nerd rage.
He got with both. It's just that Gwen died.
Technicalities, eh? And run up.
Don't mess with Spidey.
Hit a raged great axe attack. Or not.
Dorian rushes at the troll, screaming and waving his great axe around over his head, and he attempts to swing it at the troll, but it kind of flies backwards and nearly falls out of his hands, and he kind of has to scramble to not drop it. Bella.
Roar! I can change into a bear as a bonus action. So I'm going to change into a bear as a bonus action.
Okay.
And run over to behind the troll. And
So
then,
there's a meowing bear rushing the troll, and the troll's basically, he's a little bit weaker than a normal troll because he's been locked up for so long, so I'm not going to give him any more disadvantage, but he does seem a little befuddled by this bear that's meowing at him.
I'm going to meow at him.
He's going to just snarl back.
And then as a bear, I get to make 2 attacks, one with my claws and one with my teeth. So I'm going to try to slash at him first.
That's a hit. And
Snicker snack. And then I'm going to try to chomp him with my teeth.
Chomp, chomp.
And you make a wild jump, but you basically just bite down on air and hopefully don't chip a tooth from the force of your bite.
Oh, nuts. I want to see what troll tastes
Seitan!
like.
Okie dokie. I am going to
Feed him your
as a-
cooking?
Was that?
Feed him your cooking?
No. Can I see him over the sarcophagus, or do I need to move?
You can see him. It's just high enough that when I asked if you guys were looking at it, it's just high enough you would have had to, like, get up on your tippy toes a bit.
Alright, then I'm going to stay where I am. I'm going to, as a bonus action, cast a Hunter's Mark upon it, so it is marked. Not actually sure how we make that happen.
I'm not sure how to make that happen either. Can I...
Can I try to put the Hunter's Mark on it? I think I just did.
Is that what this little plus is?
Probably.
Yeah, he's got 2 little marks on him, so yeah, I'll assume one of those is the hunter's
Right.
mark.
And then I'm going to let loose an arrow from my longbow.
Okay, here comes a loose, not a tight arrow, which whizzes right past the troll, barely missing Dorian and Bella.
I meant to do that. And that's my turn.
Okay, Finnegan.
Okay, I'm going to throw a firebolt at him.
Oh, trolls do not like fire.
I'm kind of thinking.
And your firebolt is going to go right on by. I think it might have singed his hair a bit. Bella, Dory, you might want to check your robes for burn marks. Sadly, it does not actually hit the troll.
That was my curvebolt.
Ha! Kirke.
He's mad at us because we're making it difficult for him to aim his poison spray.
Ew, I saw everybody within a knit roll, so I just figured that was good. That is a good question.
What is it? Gosh, I think you can right-click on there and you can draw a shape. So if it's a cone, I think you can actually draw a cone from where you are and position it and you can see.
Well, it just says a puff of noxious gas from your palm, so I'm thinking up to 10 feet away. I'm thinking that could. I don't see why it would. If you aimed it at him, I think you could hit him and not hit everybody else. It says range 10 feet. It doesn't say area 10 feet. So I'm going to let you have that.
I assume if it doesn't say, then it basically is a straight line.
Yeah. Kirke farts in the troll's general direction. And the troll seems to notice the smell, but if anything, seems to enjoy it. The other party members, maybe not so much, but it doesn't actually harm them.
Hang on. I think that's a failure of the troll's part.
Oh, yeah, troll failed. Yeah, I read that wrong. Okay. Actually, Kirke farts in the troll's general direction, and the troll is gagging on the smell, so Kirke, roll damage.
Nice.
Ooh. The troll, he's a hurtin'.
That's catapult damage.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Oh, wait. Yeah.
That's not poison spray.
That's not right. So yeah, the troll is not all that injured. Let's try the poison spray. Maybe you should have gone with the catapult. Okay, he's
That's
still
still not bad.
he's still pretty damaged. Why is it not got? There we go. Oh wait, nope. Jeez, I have to have the troll attack. Duh.
Well, I mean, you don't have to.
Oh yeah, I do. The troll is looking around. Oh, he has keen smell. I probably should have given you, since I phrased this apart, I probably should have given you extra damage for that. Let's see. I think the troll is going to attempt to bite. He's thinking, kitty bite me, I bite kitty. Oh, he bites at Bella.
Ouchie.
And does quite a bit of damage to her.
Oh, how does this work? Because my bear form has 34 hit points.
Your bear has its own full of hit
I'll
points that
just
don't
keep track
affect
of it
yours.
separately.
Okay, how long does bear form last?
As long as she wants to, up to an
hour? Or
hour.
something?
Okay.
Basically half of her druid level in hours.
Right.
Okay,
Or
what I've done was
until
to
she
give you.
drops to 0.
I gave you 17 temporary hit. I just you've got 17 hit points normally. I just put in 17 temporary hit points. When you leave bear form, we'll take those out.
Cool.
Yeah, and if she's in bear form and she gets knocked down to 0 hit points, she actually
reset.
moves back to normal form. Yeah.
To 17.
Okay.
No, you don't revert back to 17 necessarily. Anything that knocks you below 0, all that overflow goes through to real you.
Well, yeah, that too, but...
Dorian, you are up.
Alright, let's see if we can actually do something.
I don't know. Your
You know,
previous failed attempts have been very amusing.
I'm going to be crazy and declare a reckless attack. So...
I mean, all of your attacks kind of are, but okay.
Yeah, well, no, there's a reckless attack where I can choose to attack with advantage, but anyone else attacking me gets advantage on their attacks until the end of the start of my next turn.
Okay.
So, let's do this.
Let's do it. Oh, that's a hit.
And let's do some damage here.
Okay, that troll is definitely hurting. You do just have the one attack, right?
Yes.
Bella! You're hurting a little, but not as much as the troll. Especially since you've got those 17 bear hit points.
And I'm going to try to bite and claw him again.
Sounds like a plan.
Grrr,
Meow. That is a hit. And the troll goes, ugh, and he stares at the bear that's meowing at him, and he clasps his throat where the claws raked across it, and he slowly slumps to the floor and dies.
Mew.
Yay!
Well, I sure hope the guy was not.
You sure hope the guy was what?
He's free
I mean,
now,
we
right?
broke into their tomb and then we just started attacking him. I mean, how do we even know if he just wanted to wait, shake our hands?
No, he started attacking you. That's why I had you roll initiative.
Yeah, he was imprisoned alive and went insane, and then we let him out, and then he...
Oh, sure. So this is how we're treating the people who just get stuck in a prison. Just remind me, you know, if I die, you guys don't get to bury me.
Well, hang on. We actually let him out, and he's the one that attacked us. So I mean, you know, his death is now on him, not us.
That's on him, eh?
We simply just let him out. That's all we did. He attacked.
He's free now.
We let him out. We tried to be nice and say, hey, what's going on, eh? And then, you know,
Well,
then
I think you're going to be glad you did because he's worth 450 XP. So if you would each like to give yourselves 90 XP apiece.
I'll
How
take
do I
that.
do that?
I'll also search the corpse in the sarcophagus.
Well, he has an ornate ceremonial dagger, which is worth 125 gold, 2 silver rings, and a silver amulet. And scattered across the bottom of the sarcophagus, man, I am so glad you guys are open to this. You guys should thank Dorian. Scattered on the bottom of the sarcophagus are 220 silver pieces, 5 gold pieces, and 4 spell scrolls. Command, Cure Wounds, 2nd level, Inflict Wounds, 2nd level, and Guiding Bolt, 2nd level.
So yeah, that's how we treat our dead, eh? We slaughter them again, and then we loot all of their stuff.
Well, I mean, it's not going to do him any good anymore.
Right?
Actually, I'm just going to items, there we go. Oh, suddenly Fantasy Grounds is really, really slow for me as well.
Oh, also, Kirk makes a good point. He was buried alive, so it had nothing to do with how we treat our dead.
It's how we treat our undead.
No, he wasn't. He was buried alive. He wasn't undead.
How is he still alive if he was buried alive and he was? I mean, was he just buried?
Magic and trollish regeneration, eh?
No, she said something about the whatever the one spell that basically keeps you preserved.
Bunch of runes up in the sarcophagus.
All the runes. Ooh, maybe we should have busted some runes. Maybe you would have been happier then. I'm starting to talk like Dorian. I don't know why.
That's sad.
I'm an easily influenced cat.
It's just highly addictive, eh?
It is.
Okay.
Well, it's a Canadian bearcat druid. Well, where's Canada? I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about. Eh? That Canada doesn't exist here.
Our Canada?
Hey, do you know what would be really good? Have you ever had pommes frites? You know, they're like these fries. They're potatoes that they cook in a lot of grease. What if they put melted cheese over?
As long as you try it first, just make sure it's good. And yeah, sure. I'll put some gravy on it and some cheese curds.
Yeah. I think we might have a business opportunity coming.
Meowger. Oh yeah, Toxicoma in chat is over there going meowger. I like that.
Meowger.
Alright, so I assume somebody's gathering all this stuff in party treasure.
She's putting it in the party sheet.
Yeah, I can't find the dagger though. The dagger is not in the treasure list. Maybe it's under gear.
Maybe under weapons?
If it's
Or a dagger, found it.
If it's a standard item, it might be in just a link through the DMG.
Yeah, it might just be fancy and not treated like a weapon.
Nope, it's in there. Also, it's such a pain to try to put. Now, you guys told me there was a problem with the parcel coins. Yet, last time I sort of remembered because I kind of.
I don't know.
Okay, well, I'm going to put this stuff in the parcel coins. Let's see, 220 silver pieces. 50 gold pieces. Wow! Okay.
Alright, so we got
Okay,
three
it's all in
magic-
there.
Alright, so we got 3 magic scrolls in there. Can anybody
4.
use those scrolls?
I can use the
Oh,
handy
and a fine
ones.
scroll. I'll go ahead and take it.
Yep, I will let you guys decide who gets what. I don't think I meant to close that window, but I did. What's that about?
Well, they're going through all the stuff. I'm going to take a look around and see if there's anything else in this room.
So, Guiding Bolt appears to be a cleric spell as well. So, cleric, go ahead.
That's not really surprising considering he was a dragon priest.
And you've basically found everything the room has to offer.
I can do the scroll of cure wounds.
I think you
That
can
was
also
second
do
level, right?
Mousepouch?
Yes.
Just go ahead and take all the scrolls because they're all cleric scrolls. You can also use the.
But I'm not a cleric.
Ah, okay. Sorry.
I'm a bear.
If I recall correctly, in 5th edition, that doesn't really matter anymore. As long as you have the ability to read scrolls.
Yeah, but
Well,
I'm talking about I'm still a druid.
Oh,
That's
so
what I meant when I
we're
said
just
I was
gonna
a bear.
temporarily carry them.
I'm not a
Carry them
cleric
for you.
person. I'm a bear person. A druid person.
Well, is your bear gonna fit through that tiny little hallway over there?
Well, if I don't, I can always change back.
By the way, Finnegan, how did you get across that trap? Oh, okay.
I went down through the secret room. I didn't.
Okay.
Backtrack through the.
I just
the
kind of
hallway.
watched you like slide across the. That's fine.
That's the problem with Fantasy Grounds is that it doesn't show you the route we take. It just slides us from start point to end point. So that's why
There
you
actually
kind
is a way to chart the movement. I forget how though. You basically can put waypoints on there, and then you can say.
You just move it well, I just move it in a series of clicks
True.
for important waypoints. So for the sake of brevity, can we just say we backtrack all the way to our circular main chamber here?
I am fine with that. Does anyone want to heal Bella? Or does Bella want to heal herself? Or does anybody need a rest? Do you want to take a rest in this little area before you leave it? Because it's pretty safe now.
Taking a rest sounds good.
Is this
I'm okay with taking
the
a
room
rest.
we're talking
Just
about?
the
We're talking about that
circular one.
room.
Yeah, the circular one. I kind of necessarily would feel safer taking the rest away from the magically warded sarcophagus of the semi-dead / undead dragon priest.
That
with
is
the closets
understandable.
that ran away.
Yeah, you are, at least for now, perfectly safe in this round room. You've cleared, nothing's come down after you. You know, those trolls that were subjected to Seitan's cooking are guarding the top, so you know there's nothing coming down here.
Yeah.
Does Bella and her bear form fit through the secret passageway?
Well, I've already said that I would change back if I can't make the squeak. And if we're resting here, then
I
it
mean,
just resets everything.
Okay, she fits
that's
through.
what I'm saying.
Could the DM get a
my
word in
point
edgewise? She fits through, but just wait for it. Barely.
Womp womp.
I had to.
Okay, so are we taking a short rest or a long rest in our secret hovel with a door we can close?
My point was that if she changed back to her normal form, doesn't she automatically reset those hit points?
I reset the hit points if I change back into my normal form, and then if we take a short rest or a long rest, I'll reset my charges as well.
Yeah, you guys tell me if you're taking a short rest or a long rest, and whether Bella will still be in bear form when you're done. I honestly don't know how that works.
I wouldn't mind taking a long rest to get my nerd rage back.
A short rest does not.
Short rest does not regain spell slots unless you're a wizard.
Or warlock.
Warlock.
Oh yeah,
Okay,
they have
so
to.
long
or
rest.
some other thing that says you can.
Yay!
A great thunder of snoring shakes through the Sunless Citadel.
I rolled Dorian over.
Ha!
Did you guys hear that?
No, because you were all
No.
asleep.
What, were you having my dream too?
I was dreaming about those potatoes you were talking about.
Ah, I did not mean to close that. Shoot. Let me bring that back up.
So freshly rested and ready to tackle on the next door.
Okay.
This store's gonna be the best. I can feel it. This time we're on the right path. Yeah.
We'll see. Is someone going to open the door? And you can just open it.
I will open the door.
It is a passageway. It's pretty much an empty passageway. This ruined chamber stands empty of all but a litter of rocky debris. You do see doors upon the north and south walls opposite each other, and a door on the west wall.
Let's take the south door.
Oh,
Can you
that door
do
is
your,
locked.
Oh, I was going to say before we even tried it to see if the rogue could, if Finn could take a look at it and see if it's going to blow up in our faces or anything.
I can try. So I'll do an active perception check. Boom.
He sees into the future.
And have we exploded in the future?
Let me see. You are not detecting any traps. It's just locked. It is not trapped.
All right.
And I'm talking about the south door. Although, honestly, the north door's
Yes.
fine.
Yeah, that's...
On a 25, yeah, if there were traps, he would have found them. However, the door is locked.
I will try to pick the lock.
That'll do it. And I would... Oops, I need to... Hang on a sec.
I'll let Dorian go in first, though. I'll let him actually open the door. Okay, unlock. Go ahead.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and scooch over here and open the door and poke myself inside. Oh, crap.
There's a couple of Mephits hanging out in here. Lovely, freezing cold ice Mephits. How appropriate. If you're in the Northeast, you'll understand why it's so appropriate. Well, this 10-foot square chamber is hewn from stone. It contains an upright keg, fashioned of rusted iron. Rusted pipes lead from the keg into the floor. Oh. Whoops. Okay, well, I should have read a little further down. You didn't actually have to see the Muppets yet. So, okay, you don't have to. Okay, you don't have to fight the Muppets yet. Actually, one is an ice Muppet, one is a steam Muppet, so sort of like fire and ice.
I just saw a keg.
Okay, there's a keg, and there's two Muppets who are not, at this point, showing any aggression. They're just kind of hanging out, flapping their wings, looking at you. Keg. K-E-G. Keg.
Oh, hey there. Hi, guys. What's going on, eh?
What's in the keg?
You don't know.
That's what I said to the methods.
No, asking. I think Bella was
Bonnie
asking
asked what was
Mephits.
in.
I was asking the Mephits that, but I don't speak Mephit, so they're probably, unless they speak common.
The connecting pipes that lead from the keg into the floor hold it in place so it cannot be detached. There is what is described in the storyline as a wide metallic bung, B-U-N-G, on the keg's top.
Yeah, that'd be a spigot.
Ah, okay.
Okay, that's good. My net cut out, so I just heard a Wong top. I don't know what a Wong top is. So are the Mephits and the barbarian just kind of standing around staring at each other awkwardly?
At this point, yes.
What are you
Do
saying
they
there?
seem that they understood the words, or
They're just kind of looking at you, floating around by the keg, going, yep, we see a guy. We're just hanging here. Almost like they're waiting for something.
Does it appear that they are partaking of the contents of the keg?
It does not. The keg is, at this point, not open in any way to be partaken of.
Oh, okay, so they're just kind of hanging around, kind of guarding the... Okay. Gonna kind of slowly back out and look at the rest of the party. There's a couple of members in the keg in here.
What's in the
Do we
keg?
have a face person that likes to talk to people? Maybe?
You don't know what's in the keg. The keg is completely closed.
No, I'm asking Dorian. What's in the keg?
Well, he can't see either.
I don't know.
You didn't try to sample it?
Yeah, there's a couple methods that are kind of just suspiciously look like they're guarding the keg.
Yeah, actually, I think I have them as hostile on the combat tracker, and they are, at this point, not.
At this point in time, they are not directly hostile, but they're not exactly responding to hailing frequencies, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, they're not friendly either. Right now, they are neutral.
Maybe one of you are more charming types.
You know, a dwarf barbarian would have actually tried to sample what was in the keg.
This is extremely true.
No,
Bori would have.
I tell that to Dorian.
Yeah, well, the barbarians from up north, seeing as we don't even know if that keg is open, or, I mean, it could be a keg of poison. I don't know what methods drink. Plus, it's been here in a locked door and this dirty old tavern or temple thing. I don't know if that's even good anymore.
Okay, fair enough.
Kirke has a question, a lore question.
That is a good question. I do not know. These particular Muppets are not at all interested in conversation.
So you want to just close the door and try a different door?
Slowly
Okay.
back out.
Yeah, we can, close the door, leave them to their business, and if we need to come back for some other reason later on, I don't see any reason why we should.
Okay, that's fine.
A dwarf is backing away from a keg.
I'm a half elf.
He's not a dwarf.
Oh,
that's
right,
what I'm saying.
right. Man, Bori would be going nuts right now.
No, that's why I gave him that little dig, because I know that elves and dwarves don't care for each other. But I know since he's a half elf, he doesn't really care about the amity between dwarves, I would imagine. But I was just trying to egg him on to see if he would do it.
Yeah, no. Plus, Dorian's a little weird in the head, eh? He thinks he was raised by aliens.
A little weird?
Just a little bit.
Okay, in that case, I'm going to take these
Is he
guys.
related to Bori?
That would be weird.
That would be weird.
He's a half elf. Does that mean he's half elf, half dwarf? And maybe,
I tried to get the Dwelf approved. I really did. That might have been for a different campaign, but I did try and get Dwelf approved.
Well,
I think that was for Bonnie. I think that was for your game. I tried to run the Dwelf.
Oh yeah.
I would totally have approved that.
Half dwarf, half elf, and
You were half dwarf, half something.
Actually, knowing Tholgrin, he was half dwarf, half elf, and half ogre.
That's a lot of halves. Man, bear, pig.
Yogi Berra math.
Man, bear, pig, yeah.
Okay, let's
Open the north door?
up to the north.
Oh,
like
the
going
north
north.
door opens easily. And there we go. And it is a plain, empty, boring room. Some rocks on the floor. Nothing else.
I'll step in. I'll pick up a few of the rocks, but I'll also just do a quick search, see if I see anything else.
Yeah, I'd like to make a perception check. Try to find like secret doors or sign of someone being here recently, something like that.
Go right ahead.
I take one of the scrolls that I can't use and I drop it on the ground and I start to bat it around with my paw.
Nobody is percepting anything. And nor will they. It really is just an empty room.
That's cool. I pick up about
Why would someone make a
6
room
rocks.
and then leave it empty?
Maybe it wasn't always empty.
A waste of good space is what I call it.
Well, yeah. Might be
I
worth
could have been
remembering.
filled with high quality dirt instead.
Maybe somebody tidied this room.
Might make good sleeping quarters if we need them, just saying.
Oh, that's our house now. Okay. I like this idea.
Alright. Next door.
Next door opens fairly easily, and I'm just tell me who's gonna open it.
I will.
Oh, I'm always willing to let Dorian open all the doors.
I'm the official party door opener. I'm good at that job.
I mean, he does have the most hit points.
I just want to see. Okay. I don't know if this isn't. We'll just throw them on there for now. Okay, so the door is open. Am I still in mask mode? And I need... Okay. Crudely you are looking into the room, yes? Because, you know, I don't really want to
Oh, yeah.
describe it. Our house in the
Understand me.
middle of the citadel, with one cat in the door. We really need one more. Crudely executed symbols and glyphs scribed in bright green dye. I like this place. Yeah, I'm actually really liking this place right now. You'll see why in a minute. Decorate this large and irregularly shaped crumbling chamber. A large pit in the center shows evidence of a recent fire. A metallic cage in the middle of the southern wall contains a gaping hole and stands empty. A small wooden bench draped with green cloth is next to the cage, and several small objects rest on it. A bedroll lies near the wooden bench, and the sound of whimpering comes from inside it.
Well,
I
take
will
a look at the
proceed to
bench.
investigate the sound of the whimpering.
Uh-oh.
There's a kobold here. And since you can see the file name, I can tell you that his name is Meepo. Trying to think of a good place to put him. I'm getting a lot of stuff to put on the screen here now.
Does he wobble but not fall down?
Meepo, not Weeble. Meepo, M-E-E-P-O.
Can he
So,
lose inspiration for that?
that's tempting.
Actually, not sure if I was addressing that to Comic or to Kirk now.
Same team. Same team.
So, Meepo is...
Yeah, so I'm going to say, Meepo, can we help you?
How loudly do you say that?
Loudly enough for Meepo to hear.
Okay, you're pretty much yelling it then. Okay.
Yeah, I guess so.
He is weepy. He has numerous obvious scars. Meepo
Is he tied up?
He is not. Meepo say, "What humans want? And what non-humans want?" Meepo said, "What you want?"
Well, we're here to help you if you need it.
We're looking for a couple of people
We are?
and signet rings.
I mean, we are.
And why are you so sad?
Meepo just said, "Meepo not know about rings."
Have you seen anybody pass this way while you've been here sad?
Goblins.
Just goblins?
Goblins.
Were they nice goblins or were they mean goblins?
Meepo don't know, but Eustrail does. Meepo take you to make Eustrail our leader if you make nice. You get safe passage if you promise to make nice. Maybe if you promise to rescue Dragon, Eustrail make nice to you, answer questions.
Did he just say dragon?
Rescue a
indeed.
dragon.
He did.
Well, you know, we can discuss that with your leader. What's his name?
Eustrail.
Gesundheit.
Can you
Dorian,
spell that?
I just put it in Fantasy Rounds chat.
Oh, I didn't guess correctly.
Yeah, I wasn't. It's hard enough to figure out how to pronounce things, let alone how to pronounce them with a kobold accent. So, I mean, you could maybe ask him about the dragon. Metagaming just a little bit here, because I want to speak kobold some more too.
all I know is anything that could mess with a dragon that would need rescuing might be a little bit above our pay grade.
The clan's dragon! We lost it! The wretched goblins stole Calcrit, our dragon! Meepo, keeper of dragons. This reflects very badly on Meepo.
Is that why you're sad?
Yes.
Can we search the table, see if there's anything useful?
Let's see what is on the table. It just says just says a few small items, and honestly, it doesn't. Oh, parcel.
There's 2 circle-ish things and a rectangle-ish thing and a couple of hash marks.
So, does somebody want to give me a perception check on the bench?
Sure, but Kirk is asking if it's an actual living, breathing dragon or a statue.
It is an actual living, breathing dragon.
Would Meepo like to come along with us while we try to do this work? It'll make you look good and maybe get your rep back with your boss.
Well, he offered to take us to his boss, and we can discuss things with his boss. And as long as we promise to be nice, we'll get safe passage.
Oh yeah,
You
we'll totally
help
nice.
you help get dragon back. Meepo keep you safe.
I'm
Okay.
chill.
I was just wondering if maybe Meepo wanted to help us help get Dragon back, and then Meepo could look good too.
By the way, on the bench, you find 4 jade figurines.
Are they jade figurines with mediocre power?
They're just figurines.
It's okay, we'll scoop them up, put them in party treasure.
Hey, being a figurine's a pretty mediocre power.
I mean, I wouldn't mind having a jade figurine in the inventory, even if it's not really doing anything much yet.
Do you want to search the fire pit too?
Yeah, Kirk's got a good point there.
Don't steal stuff from our host. He's not really concerned about that. Those goblins stole the dragon from his watch. That's all Meepo cares about.
So we put a bucket over his head, then take the figurines, and then take the bucket back off.
He's not paying
Skyrim
attention to
style.
the figurines.
Belle will go into the fire pit and look around.
I could always ask him, hey, you want anything to do with these figurines? Can we just take them off your hand?
I'm not. Oh. Also on the bench are containers of green dye, a paintbrush, and 4 tiny jade figurines, blah blah blah. And since you made your perception check, you also found the jade figurine that was in the fireplace. Or the fire pit. So yeah, I've got 5 hey, 1 for each of you. That worked out well.
Alright.
And yeah, they basically... Meepo wants his dragon back. He does, but there's a limit to how much Meepo is going to,
So, Meepo, you said we should talk to Oostrail here. Why don't we go have a chat with him, her, or other?
You follow Meepo. Meepo keep you safe.
Now I gotta figure out where the heck I'm taking you. Because that's actually...
Do the scenic route. I look looked around in the fire pit. Did I see anything in the fire pit?
You found the one more jade figurine.
Oh, okay. And what about this like thing that looks like a prison cell?
I'm just imagining a human-sized
Oh, that's the
cat
cage.
that just rolled.
That is the cage that the dragon was in.
They had him caged?
Mm-hmm.
So
Until
he's not a ginormous, he's just large dragon?
I'll give you this. He was a white wormling.
Well, if he fit in that cage, then yeah, he's not much more than a hatchling there.
It's like a baby.
I am trying to figure out where the heck.
Anybody want to grab that die?
The game master.
No, the DYE on the table.
No, I know. That's what I mean. Is our game master wants to grab the bottle of green dye.
The game master is.
Inventory.
Ha ha ha. Oh, I need to. That's why I can't find it. I need to be looking at the other map. I'm looking at the wrong map. You guys can't see this map. Also, I am not seeing the number I need to see on this map. Oh, yes I am. Okay, so you're here, and we need to go here. Okay, since Meepo is keeping you safe, he is going to lead you, first of all, to this door here in the west wall.
Alright, well, I'll follow him.
Follow people. Tickle corn, tickle corn. Tickle corn.
Nobody's going to ask what tickle corn is?
I'm mesmerized. Tickle corn.
Tickle corn. That
I
password let.
figured it'll become known.
Yeah, that
Well, not without asking.
that password let other kobolds know you safe. We not
You said
attack
it-
you.
Oh, okay.
Tickle corn, huh?
Tickle corn.
Is that like tickle like tee tickle? Or is it tinkle like
Chat.
Tickle corn.
tickle corn? Okay.
Like if kobold knew about Elmo, kobold could tell you tickle like tickle me Elmo. But kobold not know about Elmo, cause Elmo not from this realm. So kobold can't tell you that. Follow the Meepo, tickle corn.
I just realized we have a sorcerer and a wizard.
I believe we do. So why do we have different areas here? I'm thinking I probably should have taken you the other way.
He's giving us the scenic route.
Yeah, let's go other way. Follow Meepo.
Does Meepo say anything? Does Meepo have anything to describe about the wonderful doors that we are passing by? Like what might be contained therein?
No dragon in there. Who cares? Follow Meepo.
Okay, a doubled row of relief-carved marble columns march the length of this long, large hall. The worn carvings depict entwining dragons. There is an elite squad of 3 kobolds patrolling the hall. They consider the duty an honor. The same way as the ordinary ones. Duty. Oh,
Maturity.
my. Oh boy.
Elite duty.
Where's Area 16? That's Area 16. I don't remember it.
As long as it's not Area 51.
Tickle corn!
I
Tickle
was
corn!
thinking that. I was just thinking Area 51 too. Left turn at Missouri.
Or Hangar 18, either one.
Albuquerque.
Why do these encounters not drag on here the way I want them to?
Bella just keeps repeating tickle corn.
Mm.
We're cool. We're cool cove people. Tickle corn.
Well, Toxic Coma gave the idea of the tickle cord me Elmo.
Imagine,
Oh my.
doing finger guns and going tickle corn.
That is weird. The last encounter dragged on there perfectly, and this one will not.
You forgot that.
Put them into the combat tracker first.
I did that. I've tried from the combat tracker and tried from the actual description thing, and it's not working. Like those Muppets, they went in absolutely perfectly. Hey, Barg! Okay, I'm just going to drag them on here any which way. And I don't think they're hostile yet, because they're actually put in here as hostile, but I mean, Meepo keeps yelling tickle corn, so...
Tickle corn! I'm doing
Tickle
it too.
corn!
Finger guns and tickle corn.
Also, one of them disappeared. Oh, how to get over there? Okay, so there's some kobolds in here. Oh, we haven't been through Area 16 because we're following Meepo. So, Meepo is yelling, tickle corn! And that seems to satisfy the kobolds.
Follow me, Bo! Tickle corn!
All right, I'm just gonna keep following them. They seem like this seems like a plan.
And every time they say tickle corn, I'm going to yell tickle corn after them.
Not a bad idea. I want to make sure I move Meepo and not one of the other ones.
Yeah, tickle corn, eh?
Tickle corn! Tickle corn! Tickle corn!
Tickle corn!
The kobolds look at you funny, because, I mean, Tabaxi speaking kobold sounds a little weird, but they remain neutral and do not attack. And let's find the image file.
Oh, he's got a toga.
Toga, toga, toga. Yes, we're having a kobold toga party, and I am definitely going to incorporate something like that into kobold kindergarten at some point. And yes, Kirk just yelled tickle corn and draconic. Also, I'm hearing an echo. Somebody got a mic open. Okay, a short throne stands near the west wall, constructed of fallen bits of masonry stacked against an old altar. On the top of the altar sit a variety of small items. The portion of the altar that serves as the throne's back features a carving of a rearing dragon. A metallic key is held firmly in the dragon's open jaws.
Tickle corn, eh?
This guy looks important.
Oops, wrong one. And just dragging on some more kobolds. Let me move Meepo up. He should not be on the throne. That would get Meepo.
Big trouble for Meepo if that happened.
They are not yet hostile, so... There we go. I'm tempted to leave them hostile just so I can tell the difference between them, and that makes them invisible again.
If you make
And-
Meepo allied with his background not turning green, that might help.
Good question. Good question. Yeah, I think... Actually, I want to be able to tell the difference between all of them, but yeah, let's make Meepo green for now, because, I mean, you rescued him. He wants out of here. So we've got Meepo. I really need to pick another key besides control for my push to talk, because it keeps doing weird things when I try to resize windows.
Okay, here, Eustrail. She might have answers for you.
And you notice that on either side of Eustrail are two more elite kobolds guarding her, and you also notice that the 3 kobolds from before have followed you up here. And I'm just going to move. Seitan, you want to be up here with everybody? Or do you want to stay in the back?
No, I'm definitely up there with everybody.
Okay.
Sorry.
Well, Kirk talks draconic, so we can have him be baseman with kobolds.
I would not recommend spinning Meepo at all. I mean, he's the only reason you have not been attacked by the kobolds.
No, he's saying if you could spin him upside down to tell the difference, which it looks like you have.
Okay. Ha. Actually, somebody else must have done that. It wasn't me. Or if I did, it was totally accidental. So, here's Eustrail. I mean, Meepo doesn't know a lot, but he says Eustrail does.
I'm okay with Kurt's idea here, and since kittens get like plus 257 diplomacy, say something.
Two kobolds, nothing is cuter than a kobold. Unfortunately, the cuteness of kittens would be lost on them.
Well, we don't know that.
Aw, shucks.
You don't really need diplomacy. He's brought you here to Eustrail because you were asking him questions he didn't know the answers to. So he's brought you here to get the answers in exchange for you helping him get the dragon back.
Barbarian turns around and kind of pointedly looks at the Sork, like, head nod, head nod. Go do your
So-
talking thing, eh?
I can talk. I mean,
Meow. Okay.
yeah,
You're up there. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I'm right there.
We
It's
kind of
okay.
prompted you and you didn't say anything, so.
Oh, why do you wanna? Well, Meepo told us you needed help retrieving your dragon, and we're also here. We're gonna go deeper into this citadel, looking for some people and some rings they might have on them. So, have you seen anyone? And you have would you help us if we help you?
The goblin stole our dragon. If you return Calcrix to us, I shall grant you a reward. Meepo can accompany you if you desire. As for the lost human adventurers, they went to fight the goblins and never returned.
Oh, do you know what direction either the goblins who took your dragon or the goblins that the humans were chasing went?
I don't know.
Do we know how many goblins there might be?
I don't know. It wasn't my job to guard the dragon.
And she kind of gives Meepo a dirty look.
I'll turn to Meepo and I'll say, Meepo, would you like to come along with us?
I just swallowed. I'll give you a sec.
Meepo love to come with you, find dragon, get good kobold name back.
Meepo, what direction do you think we should go next? To the north? To the south?
Let me hang on just a second. Look at the map here. Let me look at the DM map. Oops, that's Meepo. Where's my DM map? Did I close it again? Ah.
Sorry, that was not supposed to be copied. Goblin side quest was, but not Kirk's speech. So these public notes, you guys should be able to add to, in theory, or edit.
Oh, wow, this is very, very confusing. There is no passageway that connects them. Unless... Bear with me while I figure out which way we're going. This gets confusing.
Shouldn't be locked. I guess it's just that you guys could... Oh, hold on, because I have it open.
Also, why are these maps in different places? Here we go. Is this... No, this isn't Area 15. Why is this not Area 15? I am looking for a passageway between two areas and totally not seeing it. But it's the passageway I'm supposed to take you to find the dragon. So it's kind of important
Okay.
that I figure it out. Unless this is... Let me open that map back up.
Well, people might be excited to know that while I was switching between windows, I just scored one of the worst video games ever in an
E.T. for Atari?
No, Karate by Fraga.
Oh no. Oh, no, that can't be it. Because that's like the end of the whole thing. This is very confusing. Hey, Cracknut. I am trying to figure out a map here. And we all know how I feel about maps. So apparently there must be... another map somewhere. No, there's only 3 areas.
Well, if we're just setting up an encounter, maybe you could just pick a generic map for now.
Yeah, except that's going to make it harder to follow the story. Like, a lot harder. Oh, wait a minute. Could this be it? Well, we're getting warmer anyway. Aha. Okay, so we want to go to this general area. Bandits. Yeah, we don't want Underdark access, I'm sure.
Now I'm scared.
Ah. Yeah, I'm looking through the goblin area trying to find out where they may have the dragon. And I am totally not finding the dragon. Oh, yes, yes I am. Never mind. Okay, so we need to go... Okay. Slowly but surely we're getting there. That's where the dragon is. Got it. Now, the best way to get you guys there from where you are. Yep, that way. Okay. So I take it you are following Meepo.
Yep.
Meepo yells, "Follow Meepo! Ticklecorn!"
Ticklehorn!
There we go. My masking wasn't working for a while. Now it is. Here comes Meepo. Oops, I'm not trying to rotate Dorian, I'm trying to rotate Meepo. He's green, and we're getting away from the kobold, so. Copyrighted by both Fat Albert and Robin Thicke. Hey, hey, hey. It's Fat Albert. And I'm also going to take these elite kobolds off the combat tractor because we're safe from them now. You didn't anger them. I'm glad you didn't anger them. I didn't want you to kill kobolds.
Well, you know, haven't angered them yet.
Well, you're leaving the area. And leaving
It was
them.
time.
I mean, you'll be coming back here. Now, who knows what will happen at that point.
Presumptuous of you to assume we'll be alive enough to return back.
Very. Okay, so Dorian. Wait, no. I'm getting who's what class mixed up here. Also, I can close this one.
Just remember, Dory, Bori, you know.
Well, I knew who was who. I couldn't remember who was who had the perception, and that's actually Finnegan.
I'm
And
sorry,
since you
what?
since you have a perception of 25,
Oh, I have a passive of 15.
or yeah, 15. Where am I getting 25? Oh, I'm looking at this is the number of the room on the map.
He did roll a 25 earlier.
That's true too. But there is a concealed trapdoor here, and because of your passive perception, I wanted to call you Dorian again. Finnegan notices that the door has unmortared edges and therefore is not just part of the floor. And I would like
Meepo
to...
was leading us, yes, no?
Well, Meepo knows it's there. He's a kobold.
Well, that's what I'm saying, though. He's leading the way.
Oh, and I just realized that the door was locked. I didn't... Whoops. Okay, the door is now unlocked. It magically sprang open on this one. Yeah, kobolds know it's there. Since Meepo is leading you, I'm supposed to ask you for an intelligence check so you can find the catwalk, but Meepo knows it's there. So, yeah.
Follow Meepo.
Now, if you want to actually see it, and not just follow in Meepo's steps, I'll give you a choice. You see, you guys can't see it. Meepo knows exactly where it is because the kobolds come in and reset this trap every time it gets sprung. If you can either attempt to follow in Meepo's steps, in which case I would ask for an acrobatics or athletics checks to see if you succeed, or you can give me an int check to be able to see it.
I would like to do an intelligence check to be able to see.
Okay.
Sure.
It says int, but either one really. Finnegan immediately sees the catwalk, and since Finnegan can see it, I'm sure he would share this info with his party members. It is a pit with spikes and horrible things in the bottom of it.
Sure, I not only see it, I outline it in, luminous green paint that glows in the dark and has nice little warning signs and everything else around it.
Oh, you took the green dye, didn't you?
Not yet, but yeah.
Okay, but, well, that would certainly make... Yeah, Kirke, you see nothing. Seitan sees the pathway, the walkway. The catwalk, so I would certainly hope that Bella would either see it or succeed on her acrobatics check.
I will totally do an acrobatics check.
I'll stay back here and point and direct everybody through and let them go through first.
Bella just dances right across the catwalk very easily.
I would like to...
Kirke also dances
go
across
across.
easily.
Yeah.
Yep, Seitan makes it across. He can see the catwalk.
Bella also
Let's
across?
see. Everybody is
After
across
she
now,
acrobated?
except for Dorian.
Well, I was just gonna... I'm not very good at the acrobating thing, so I was just gonna wait until there's some more room on the other side and just straight and jump it.
No. I was
By
going
the
to
way-
point everything out for you. It's like, no, come on. It's like, there's the catwalk. You can see it. Here it is. And point out and cross across it.
I mean,
Well, yeah, but I'm looking at the other side of the pit, and there's like 6 people over there in the 2 square section.
Well,
well, this other door is supposed to be locked, except since kobolds have to take care of all this, I'm thinking Meepo's going to have the key. I'm not going to make you unlock it. So I'm just going to have Meepo open this door. Because there's nothing in this room. Yeah, and I'm going to... There's Meepo.
Follow Meepo. Tickle corn.
once there's some space, Dorian will just take a good running leap.
I'll point out the
Doesn't
catwalk.
trust himself on the catwalk.
Alright.
No, my acrobatics is bad.
Oh, well, you've got to either, I mean, you've either got to roll acrobatics to see if you successfully follow Meepoo's steps, or roll in athletics or acrobatics, or roll in or perception to see if you see the catwalk.
But I saw it clearly, and I'm just pointing it out to him, so he should be able to see it without any problem.
Hey, Bastion Casper. Well, no, I mean, it's basically like an invisible... I mean, it just looks like floor. There's nothing obvious. If you've got the high enough perception, you can see it. Otherwise, you've just kind of got to hope.
You piggyback him.
Okay.
That'll do.
You are all across. Or, you know, move yourself across as you see fit. That'll do, pig. That'll do. Meepo says,
Okay. This tricky part. Beyond door. Not kobold part of Citadel anymore. Kobold not know what might be past this door, so kobold gonna move here to the back and let you go first. Very dangerous. You go first.
Is the door unlocked?
the door is unlocked.
Open the door, yelling out "Tickle Corn" into the darkness as though it's a battle cry.
Okay, so you are opening the door?
Yep.
And you're like, tickle cord!
Yeah, basically a tick style, just tickle corn. Oh, hey guys.
Sadly for you, goblins do not care about ticklecorn. Let me give you a little bit of background here first. This is obviously a living quarter for the Goblin Bandits, which you have just found some of. There are 3 of them, and they don't look very happy. And roll initiative, please.
I have to ask though, is tickle corn the official scripted phrase, or did you make that up?
It is the official scripted phrase.
That is awesome.
I know, right? Okay, everybody has rolled initiative. Yes.
Kirk with the lightning.
Kirk, you're up first. You see 3 goblins, and they are very, very hostile.
Well, you can delay your action to be, I think, pretty much any time in the order that you want.
You know, you can't move.
And I think I figured out why those kobolds weren't showing up on the map properly. Because this time, as soon as I put them on the combat tracker, they automatically, I think because those kobolds, even though they showed up in red, and they're not actually hostile when you first encounter them. They could become so. Hostiles actually show up automatically. So, Kirk, shoot some poison at the goblin. I kind of like that he's thinking that he farts in the goblin's general direction. And the goblin looks at Kirk and laughs.
Wait. I figured it out. No. He farts into his hand and then throws it.
That's perfect. That is absolutely perfect. Orc Bolg. No Orc Bolgs. those sound effects too. Oh my. That is why nobody will shake Kirk's hand. Dorian.
Alright, I'm gonna...
Although you can kind of see all the goblins kind of looking at each other like, "Ew, that was gross." And I mean, they're goblins, so it had to be pretty bad.
Alright, I'm going to shift over here, so I haven't left melee range, but now everyone's in melee range. Which is bad for me, but bad for them too. Not going to do my nerd rage yet. And I will go ahead and swing my great axe at goblin number 1 and completely miss.
Yes, Dorian whips the great axe around, rolls it over his head a few times, and kind of loses his grip and has to grab to keep it from dropping to the ground, and the goblin actually might laugh a little. Goblin number 3 is not laughing so hard that he can't be a little offended by all this. And he's looking at Dorian. He's like, yeah, this guy gets it. With my scimitar. Sadly for the goblin, he whips his scimitar out, whirls it above his head a few times, and nearly loses his grip and has to make a quick grab to keep from dropping it. Goblin number 1. I feel like we're playing the Bachelor Goblin version here. Goblin number 1 takes a look at Kirke, fires his short bow, and aims it about as well as all of the attacks in this particular encounter have been aimed so far. Meepo. Oh. Well, Meepo likes you guys. He's going to move up once. He's going to stay at the back but move up one space, so he's just barely got line of sight on Goblin 1. He's going to fling his sling. Well, he's probably got some rocks or something, and he's also going to miss. Because apparently this is the room of non-aiming. He's going to fling a rock with his sling.
It's the chamber of altered gravity, and so everyone's off balance.
Goblin number 2. There he is. He can only reach... He's gonna swing the simi at Dorian. Holy crap, we have a hit!
Yeah, we do.
And he's gonna do 4 damage to Dorian.
Tis but a flesh wound.
It's a flesh wound, which brings up Finnegan.
Alright, I'm going to go ahead and move through the door. And I'm going to attack Goblin number 3 there with my rapier.
That's a hit. Oh, and that is some serious, serious damage on Goblin number 3.
And once per attack, I can use my sneak attack if there are other targets within 5 feet of me, which there are. So I'll get that in there.
Okay. Sadly, the sneak attack, even heavily wounded, the goblin is not so distracted that he can't see Finnegan. You know, Finnegan's trying to be sneaky in the corner, he bangs into the wall, stubs his toe, and yells, ouch, and everybody sees what he's doing.
No,
See, it's
that's
also
okay.
altered gravity.
Exactly.
Okay. It's alright. And then, as a bonus action, I will take my cunning action to disengage.
Does that... You get... Goblin number 3 gets an attack of opportunity, yes?
Not
No,
if he disengages.
Oh, disengages.
Disengaged.
Okay. Seitan.
Alright, I have got movement speed of 25, so I'm going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I'm going to try to do the quarter, so actually, I guess I would be going outside of his attack of opportunity, so instead I'm going to go there, and I will attack with a melee attack. Again, I'm going to do a bonus action to do my second hunter's mark. I'm going to put it on Goblin 1 rather than the one I'm attacking, which is Goblin 3. And then I'm just going to do a basic attack with my hand axe in Goblin 3. No! And I rolled a 1.
Wow, that was bad.
So
So-
My axe
literally
got
every
stuck in my
damage.
belt.
Okay, I think what has happened here is when the DM wasn't looking, Seitan, you know, while he was up there on the surface last week or last month, practicing his cooking, he made some aim improving cupcakes. And before the party started the encounter, I think they all ate one, and you see what's happening. You know, we're getting an awful lot of misses. The only person who's, well, there's been one hit so far to a goblin, and one goblin has had it. Everybody's missing, and I think it's Seitan's cupcakes.
And literally every damage roll we've had has been a 1.
Yeah.
I blame cupcakes.
So that is the end of your turn?
It is indeed.
Bella!
I'm gonna move.
They're like big mousies, Bella. Look, goblins.
I'm gonna move next to Goblin 2, and I'm gonna cast Shillelagh as my bonus action, and I'm gonna Shillelagh.
Give him the shillelagh.
Or not.
Man, I don't know what was in those cupcakes, but you guys need to stop eating them. Either that or they just tasted so bad that any improvement to the aim was negated and then some. So the shillelagh did not work. Now that was a bonus action. Do you have something else?
No, casting Shillelagh is the bonus action. Attacking with it was my action.
Ah. Okay. Kirke. And by the way, yes, the dots will change color depending on how grievously wounded one is. So that goblin with the red dot is kind of clinging to life by a thread. And it's really kind of hard to see, but if you look, like Dorian's green dot is just a little bit yellower than the other green dots. Because he's got a couple of points of damage. Okay, Kirke farts in his hand and flings the small cloud towards goblin number 3. And goblin number 3 makes a much better save than Kirke makes a throw. And Dorian's sound effects are the best of all.
That wasn't me.
Oh, was it? Who was it?
That was Comet.
Good one.
Don't pin the farts on me.
Wrong character.
Get Seitan, give me some cheese next time.
Don't
Dorian.
pin those farts on me, eh?
Alright. Let's try this again. Get used to the weird balance and gravity in this room and try and hit goblin number 1. And miss again.
Dorian's great axe seems to have developed an intense dislike for him. This time as he swings it, you could have sworn there was a little mouth that opened near the great axe's blade that screamed, "No!" And the great axe, nearly on its own, seemed to change direction.
I don't know. I don't know if I call that a great axe. Maybe it's a so-so axe.
Yeah, I think it's a mediocre axe.
Goblin number 3. He is barely clinging to life. But he's going to take his scimitar and swing it at Seitan, who's right here within range. Oh, that is a hit. And that's,
No.
so Seitan is now lightly damaged. Goblin number 1. This map keeps
What were you
jumping around.
maintaining concentration on?
The mark that was on Goblin number 1.
Oh.
Is going to swing his scimitar at Dorian. And guess what? Miss.
We're just looking at each other and our weapons like, what is happening? Like,
Meepo is going to get out his sling. And the only goblin he has a direct line of sight on is Goblin number 1. He's going to fire the sling. And he's going to miss. Okay, who replaced my dice with Drax?
Who replaced all our dice with Drax?
Right? Goblin number 2, come on down.
I'm gonna guess Drac did.
Probably. Goblin number 2 is going to take his scimitar and swing it at Bella. It's a pretty good swing, but he totally misses. Finnegan.
Alright, I'm gonna step up.
Seriously, he missed on a 15?
Right here.
That's a freaking hit. Thank you, Lord. I mean, I'm kind of hoping to wrap up by 9:30. Oh, instant death to Goblin number 2. So Finnegan brings his rapier slashing down through the air. And Goblin number 2 is gone. Seitan.
All right, I am going to use a hand axe to the kobold in front of me. That's Goblin, I believe.
Yeah, don't.
Not on kobold! Not on kobold!
Another miss. I
Another
think.
miss. Yeah, seriously, our dice are terrible. Yeah, I was planning on 9:30 to just give me.
used all of our luck opening the sarcophagus, apparently.
Yes. That one time we rolled all those 20s.
Right?
Right.
I am going to trade out my shillelagh for scimitar. See if I do better with that.
Oh,
Switch up a
you are
little.
no longer in bear form, right? So, I.
Oh no, I haven't been in bear form for a while since we
Yeah,
did the
I
long
did
rest.
take off your 10 hit points. Either that or the rest did. I can't remember.
Oh, the rest automatically did.
Cool. Okay. Let's
So
go,
I'm
Bella.
going to
Let's go.
attack Goblin 1.
Oh, you're gonna
and-
try to attack Goblin 1.
I did better, but I didn't do good enough.
I would like to use my reaction to feel shame.
I am okay with that, and I would certainly have no problem with anyone in this party doing the same thing. Pitiful. Okay, almost anyone in this party. Back to Kirke. Come on, be a superhero. Come on, be like Captain Kirk. 99 mad goblins. Yeah, okay.
We come in peace. Shoot to kill. Shoot to kill.
Okay, Kirke is going to try a dagger this time instead of fire. Oh, there we go. That is a hit. And Goblin number 3 falls to the ground, clutching his chest. And it almost sounds like he says, "Who the hell thought up ticklecorn for a password?" before he dies. Dorian!
Okay. I'm going to use my mediocre axe and stab goblin. Yeah, hell with it. I'm going to stab Goblin 1 with my mediocre axe.
Holy crap, it's another hit. 2 hits in a row.
How's that even possible?
Maybe stabbing with an axe?
Yes.
Oh, that's actually...
Stabbing with an axe. Because swinging hasn't been working, eh?
It's like when DDO, when you loot those short bows of Assassinate.
Right?
Hey,
All
thanks,
those,
Bastion Casper. Hope to see you again, and glad you got your son to sleep.
all those
or
companion
hope you do
colors
get
of
your son to sleep.
spellcasting.
Goblin number 1 is now clinging to life. And he's also pretty pissed at Dorian. So he's going to take his scimitar. And he's not going to do anything worthwhile with it. Meepo, feeling a bit braver because, you know, you guys have just about wiped out the goblins. He's going to move up a little. He's still got to use his slingshot. He's not going to get close up and personal with the goblin, but he's going to fire that slingshot going, "Come on, Meepo, be hero!" That is a hit. Meepo gets the final kill.
Kill stealing bastard.
We loot the bodies.
Let's see, do we have loot? Ah, you're looking around. Let's take a look at this. 2d10 SP per goblin. Okay. Let me remember how to do this. Six gold pieces from the first goblin. Six, 7. Oh wait, that didn't roll. Actually, I think I might have rolled a d12 by mistake the first time. Oh well. Okay, so a total of 26 silver pieces from the goblins.
Well, that's not too bad.
Well, they had a couple of scimitars as well. They in any decent shape?
Yeah, there's nothing here, so I'm thinking not.
I'm not wielding a goblin blade. I am going to see that door up ahead, though.
Yep.
Do I hear anything through it, or maybe should I make a perception check?
You can make a perception check, but there's really nothing to find in this room. And yet, between you and your perception and Finnegan's passive perception...
No, he was trying to perceive through the door into the next room.
Yep, still nothing.
Okay, just trying to clarify.
And the door is closed, but not locked.
Yeah, I'm coming.
Yes, well, closed, but not locked. Door open or muzzled? Yeah, I mean, anybody can open the door.
Are we still going?
Yeah,
Well,
yeah, the door.
I said anybody can open the door, and everybody's like,
Well,
"Yep, here's the
you
door."
said you wanted to have it done by 9:30.
Oh, yeah, actually, this probably would. Well, honestly, there's really not much in the next room, so we can either stop here in the next room. Let's see. Seitan is lightly injured. Seitan is moderately injured. Dorian is lightly injured. I don't know if you guys want to take a rest. A short rest. I don't know how many spells you've used or their cantrips. I don't.
Cantrips don't matter.
I think the only one who actually used a slot was Bella.
No, I only cantripped.
Shillelagh's a cantrip now?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
So a short rest, you can spend hit dice to recover hit points, and then you recover hit dice for a long rest. I think it's up to half of your level for hit dice that you used.
I mean, I only have 4 damage. I'm fine, but if Seitan wants to,
Let's see. Seitan is at.
I mean, I'm definitely hurt, but I could also heal and stuff. I don't know. I'm just thinking, if we're calling it, this is probably about as good a place as.
This
But
is
up to
true.
you guys, whatever you want to do.
I mean,
The DM?
there's nothing in the next room. Not really. But there is a chance, if something happens, something could happen, which could end up, yeah, going much longer than 9:30 or 10. So yeah. So yeah, I think this room is actually where we are right now. Is really a good place to call it. So I'm just asking if we're calling it, if you want me to give you any kind of a rest, because you are safe until you open that door. After that, I make no guarantees.
Well, if we're gonna stop here, let's just assume we rested and everybody's at full health when we start next
Okay.
time.
I will give you a nice long rest. Let's go vomit. Yeah, you can all sit around and rest around the fire pit. Okay, you've all had a
so
long
just
rest.
kind of. So the funny thing is, you think of the narrative of this. We bust through the door, yell tickle corn, swing and miss a whole bunch of times, finally slaughter all of them, kick all their corpses to the corner, and steal their fire pit.
For 8 hours.
Yeah, pretty much.
With the corpses just chilling over there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds
normal.
perfectly reasonable to me.
And you wonder why they call us murder hobos, eh? Says the person who busted open a sarcophagus.
Oh, toxic coma. I love talking like a kobold.
Meepo wants me to talk like kobold too. Meepo feel well represented.
So yeah, I think we're going to call it there because there's not definitely an encounter in the next room, but there could end up being an encounter in the next room, and the way these guys are rolling, you know, I've got another stream coming up at 11, and I'd like to take a little break before that. So, yeah. Good place to call it.
Did the 3 goblins happen to give us 360 times 5 XP?
Oh, yeah. Hey, goblins.
Yeah, I'm sure that's exactly how much.
Totally, they were really tough goblins.
Hey, how many rounds did we do absolutely nothing to them? They were almost invincible for 2 rounds.
They were.
XP
No,
is
I pretty much
XP.
hit him on the first round.
I'm looking to see how much XP.
Quiet.
Oh, that was
17.
Oh, yeah.
50 XPs each, so that's 150, so 30 apiece. Yeah, I'm glad you guys reminded me of that. I would really, really like to try to keep the XPs as we go along, and that way I don't have to try to, you know, figure it out afterwards. Yeah, and I really think, you know, you guys your dice do need possibly more help than a long rest can give them.
I think it might be more than the dice, but yes.
I don't know. You guys were rolling really badly.
I don't know. I thought mine were okay.
This is true. But overall, I mean, even the mobs were rolling really badly. I mean, if we average those rolls, it did not look good. Maybe that's it. Maybe you should all stab now, and I just have this, like, mental image of, you know, like I said, the DDO short bow assassinate. I have images of you guys getting out your bows and, like, trying to run things through with them.
Well, one of the great axe animations in DDO is a stab.
This is true.
And you can stab with maces.
Yeah, you could. Anyway, you are rested. We will be back here on the 3rd Sunday of next month. And off the top of my head, I don't know what date that is. But it'll be the... Well, I could find out really quick, couldn't I? It's not like I don't have a...
17th, I think.
Okay,
17th.
February 17th on Sunday. However, D&D night is here every Sunday night at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. We have rotating DMs, and hey, give me a sec here. I might even be able to tell you who's DMing next week.
It'll be Evil Beaker next week.
Oh, Evil
think
Beaker!
It's the conclusion of the To Rescue Saba Jade story.
Ooh, the conclusion. Oh, you mean it's gonna be over?
Will we ever rescue Saba Jade?
Depends.
I don't know, but
know.
my D12 does not want to go back where I put it.
Right-click on a blank spot of your overlay, and it'll have arranged dice.
There we go. Yeah,
Meepo not give up Meepo sling.
Oh God, Kirk, you have to get a sling and stab with the sling.
yes.
I have a boomerang. Maybe I can stab with my boomerang.
Or, you know, I do have damage ready for the limp quiver.
I was about to thank you, Toxic Coma, and then I realized you were answering the question about Mr. Rogers.
Oh, here we go. I'm gonna have to try and read this with a straight face and not die from the saccharine sweetness of it.
Do not diss Mr. Rogers, or I will mute your mic.
I'm not dissing him. No, I'm trying to read this as Dorian here because it's been a PBS.
Oh, it's Dorian. Okay.
Apparently all night with Elmo's world and tickling and everything, and the Elmo kobold voice and everything. So you've made this a special day by just being you. There's no person in the world like you, and I like you just the way you are, eh?
Pretty good.
That was very good.
Oh my. I think that's...
There you go. There's your PBS closer.
Okay, on that note, I think we're going to call it. Please join us next week at 7 p.m. right here, Sunday night, for what is maybe the conclusion of, maybe not, To Rescue Saba Jade. And I will be back in about an hour and a half, 11 p.m. Eastern, playing some DDO. Thank you all for watching. Have a great night.
Bye-bye.